Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host. And today we have with us John Carvalho from Tidewater Medical Transportation. How you doing, John?
I'm doing well and hope you are too.
Oh, I am. It's good to have you come in here today. Why don't you give us an overview of what Tidewater Medical Transportation does?
Well, Tidewater Medical Transportation, we provide non-emergency medical and social transportation, particularly for individuals that are wheelchair bound or stretcher, or some ambulatories that are in walkers need assistance getting to doctor's appointments, dialysis, to discharges from the hospitals if they've had a knee surgery or things like that. And we also do social visits and transportation, which are a little bit more entertaining at times.
Right. That's what I was finding that was a surprise when we were talking, because when I first called you, I was thinking that you're kind of like the service where if a nursing home needs to have somebody taken to the hospital for tests, or they need whatever, or a family member needs that kind of transportation, then you could provide that. But you were telling me that you provide transportation and all for events and things like weddings and things. I just never actually thought about it, but I guess there is a need for that.
No, very much so. I mean, we've taken people to the opera, and it's always entertaining. A lot of times our drivers will just partake in the event itself. Graduations, especially of course during that time of year. Home for the holidays, Thanksgiving is a big time where people in nursing homes will want to bring their parent home, or parents. Sometimes we've had husband and wives that we've brought over the Christmas holidays, and other times. It's an enjoyable break from the doctor visits. But even with the doctor visits or the transfers, we believe that most of these individuals, they wouldn't be calling us if they didn't have mobility and transportation issues, so they don't get out much. Right. And so we try to make it an enjoyable event. A lot of times, especially those that are housed in nursing facilities, is they don't get out much, and so it's enjoyable if there's been opportunities for us to drive by their homes or their former homes, and we'll do that. Or we've had requests to stop at the ABC store, and no comment on that.
That's funny.
But it does work. We've had there is a place down on First Street down at the oceanfront, Grommet Island, that was developed, and they have elsewhere, but they have wheelchairs that have been developed with these special wheels, actually patented by a local dentist. But they are very mobile on the sand. And so,
Dr. William Tuggle.
Yes.
We did the first videos for Rollies, which is what the product was called when it was first invented. Yes. So I've known him forever. Yeah.
I knew him back at Pungo Medical Center, and that's where I started my career. I was a practice manager. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is a great guy, and we were with him when he was doing the prototypes and everything. I've got the first video I ever shot of that stuff.
Maybe that's why I recognize you, because
it was quite an evolution going through all the different models and tire types and tires. It was very interesting. Great product. Yeah. It's really an innovative idea. So, not to get off on that.
No, he designed those with 2 flower pots and a beach ball. Yeah, and that was his original concept.
And, and it worked. I mean, it was, So anyway, I was very impressed with that product. But yeah, that's great. And when you were saying that they have wheelchairs, I mean, that are able to go on the beach.
They use his wheels.
Yes, they use his wheels.
The Rollies wheels. Right. And I was telling one of our regular clients about that, and she said. She called me up, and she lives in Ghent. And she goes, "John, I want to take you up on that. This is what we're doing. Pick me up, and then we're going to stop along the way and pick up my daughter, and we're going to take her down, and we're going to go down to that Grommet Island place, and I want to get right to the water. I want to get into the water. It's been such a while. And then after we do that, we're going to go over to Mahi Mas. We're going to have some lunch, and then on the way back, we're going to stop at the cemetery. Have to do some things there." And then we're going to go to this cafe, and you're welcome to join us there. And so she made an event out of it for the day, and there are times we've stopped at Target, and if I wasn't doing the run, one of our drivers would go, "Oh, geez, we got to go shopping." And he goes, "I already have a wife. They didn't need another one." But it's always entertaining, and we'll ask one of the things that I ask and our others is, what kind of music do you want to listen to? And anything you have. And so, but I'll usually start with any of the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, and that usually gets things going. And then the next time they go, well, can I listen to the Andrews Sisters? I want to be a little bit more upbeat. And so we'll use Pandora or something like that and feed it into the system. And again, make it an event for the.
It sounds like you go to a lot of a great extent in customer service to make it a memorable experience and not just a trip somewhere. It's an event.
Well, I want to enjoy myself. If I'm out there doing it, and I want
Yeah.
people to enjoy it, we want to make it a positive experience, and that's really what we're about. Sure, you get somebody there. It should be a baseline that you transport them safely and on time, but we want to do a little bit more than that.
Okay. All right. And how about on holidays?
Holidays are a fun time. We have usually. I'll have to go through my crew and see who's willing to work the morning shift in the afternoon, but a lot of times they enjoy that. We've been invited to Thanksgiving dinner, and usually we don't because we kind of stack them up and
Can't eat that much turkey.
No. And then we've done the holiday lights and the arrangements.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, that's what's nice about that is usually there's a long line just to get to that. And imagine, and we have some of our vehicles can handle 4 wheelchairs, so we'll go to one of the facilities and they'll get a group together and we'll get some hot cider or something along. But I'll go in there the day before and we've made the arrangements. I said I'll be taking some people by and they'll just let us go to the front of the line. So you don't have that hour wait with people that have, it's just uncomfortable sitting in a wheelchair that long. And so we make it a little bit nicer along the way. And
so are most of these trips right within the Southside Hampton Roads area?
Predominantly because, of course, with the tunnel traffic, it's hard to have the regularity of getting through the tunnels. But we've taken people up to Pennsylvania, New York State, out to Ohio,
Wow,
South Carolina.
That far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
if people are leaving the area, they may be going home, they may be in a hospice program, and they just want to join where they originally came from, we'll bring them on up. Or down, or west, whichever direction we're going.
Right. Okay. And how do you get paid?
Well, generally for our non-emergency services. Now, if somebody has to have an ambulance ride to the emergency room, that's either covered by the EMS services, by each individual city, or emergency services that Medicare might pay for. But generally, for wheelchairs and non-emergency stretchers, it's not covered. The only insurance that covers for that type of transportation is Medicaid. And the state has contracted out with a company called Logisticare. We are a Medicaid provider, and we submit claims to them, and they pay us for that. But otherwise, it's self-pay.
Okay.
Some of the nursing homes, when they have to take somebody out for a test, like you mentioned earlier, then they will pay for it. But generally, we develop the relationship with the individuals. We have a frequent flyer program, for our regulars to make it more amenable to them, and usually they'll work with us. If it's a social event, they'll ask us, John, I'd like to be here around this time. How could that work in your schedule? Just to make it more flexible.
Is it that you? I guess it would vary, but you drop people off at different places and come back and get them. You don't sit and wait.
We'll do whatever they want, but it depends on what they can afford. There are times where they don't have a caregiver and with them if they're going to a doctor's visit, or if they're on a stretcher, they may need an X-ray along the way. Then we'll be there to transfer them onto the X-ray table.
So you have a couple different kinds of vehicles then.
We have a number of different vehicles. We have the larger high-top Ford vans, and then we use the low-profile caravans that have, you can't even tell that they accommodate a wheelchair. It's a hidden ramp out the back door, closed up, you can't even tell. And so we have magnetic stickers about our company. So if somebody wants to be low-profile, going to a wedding, for say, we just peel off the stickers and no one will know the difference. They just ride in and ride out.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. Is there anything that I haven't covered that you'd like to?
There's plenty. There's plenty.
I was afraid you'd say that.
No, that's the gist of what we do.
That is what you do. Well, that's very interesting. And so if you have a loved one or yourself needs some medical transportation in in the Hampton Roads area, please check out the information at the end of this video and on this page. And give John a call, and hopefully that he can help you out. It sounds like it would be a fun ride anyway.
Yeah.
So I thank you for coming in here today, and I wish you a great deal of success.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.